There are stories in Hollywood that never fade. Stories of love, of loss, and the choices that echo long after the curtain falls. And among them stands one cinema's greatest tragedies. Not scripted, not directed, but painfully real. The story of Al Pacino and Diane Keaton. They were more than co-stars, more than lovers. They were soul mirrors who found each other through art and lost each other through life. In 1972, when The Godfather changed cinema forever, the world saw them as Michael Corleone and Kay Adams, husband and wife caught between love and loyalty, family and morality. But behind the scenes, something deeper was unfolding. A quiet romance, one built on admiration, laughter, and that unspoken connection that doesn't need words. Diane Keaton once said Al Pacino was the most charming man alive. And Pacino? He adored her wit, her energy, her light that seemed to make every room softer. But love, like fame, can be a fragile thing. Pacino was the restless artist, intense, consumed, always chasing perfection. Keaton wanted something simple: commitment, stability. And at one point, she gave him an ultimatum: marry me or we end this. He couldn't do it. Not then. He chose solitude over surrender, freedom over forever. And just like that, the woman who played his wife on screen walked out of his real life. Years passed. They stayed friends, worked together, shared laughs at reunions and memories of what once was. But love, even when buried under time, never truly dies. Then came the news: Diane Keaton, gone. A brilliant actress, an icon of style, humor, and grace, taken too soon. For Al Pacino, it wasn't just the loss of a colleague. It was the closing of a chapter he never finished writing. In an interview shortly after her passing, he admitted something he had kept locked away for decades. He said, "My one big regret is that I never married Diane." Those words carried the weight of a lifetime, because sometimes the hardest roles to play are the ones off-screen. He spoke of her as the love of his life, of how she made him laugh when no one else could, of how he still remembers her voice, her perfume, her wild way of seeing the world. He confessed that success, the fame, the awards, the legacy, felt small compared to what he lost by letting her go. In that confession, Pacino gave the world something rare, a glimpse of the man behind the legend, a man who conquered Hollywood but couldn't conquer his own heart. And maybe that's the truth of love, that it isn't always about possession or permanence. Sometimes it's about the one that got away, the one whose memory becomes your shadow, your muse, your greatest what if. For Al Pacino, Diane Keaton wasn't just a co-star. She was the story that never ended, the only role he never got to play: husband. And in the quiet of his regrets, you can almost hear him whisper, "I should have said yes."